How's it going, YouTube? My name is Blacktop. I'm in a relatively new channel here. Well, I've been here for a while. I'm just going to start posting videos now. Anyway, one of the things I'm really into is Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay? And so I just thought today I'd bring you 3 different ideas that I thought of pertaining to Yu-Gi-Oh! They're all sort of random. Some of them are tips, and one is just like a cool idea that I'm sure a lot of people would love. So let's get started with the first one. The first one, I just thought of this recently because I want to build several decks, but I don't have a lot of money being a college student to do so. So, I was thinking of good ways to, like, you know, how to get the cards you want for the best prices. And so some of I would say the best way to do this, if you don't have a lot of money and you're not willing to drop, like, a lot of money for expensive cards, is to find good substitutes for some of the staple cards. So, for example, like I don't really know, because a lot of the decks I build aren't focused around, you know, the staple cards. I guess one of the examples, I guess, it would be Raigeki. Okay, so for a card like that, it's been reprinted several times, and it's still, whenever you go to buy one, even if it's used or played, it's still 20-30 bucks. So the best way to do this, I think, is it's one of 2 ways. It's either to go on TCG Player and try to find the lowest price on there, and it still won't be like low. I mean, obviously a card like Raigeki, which as powerful as it is, will still have a high price tag attached to it. Another thing you can do is to go on sort of auction websites like eBay and try to get one for the lowest price there. But as an overall general rule, whenever you're trying to get cards for the deck you're building, I wouldn't just buy packs. Like I wouldn't, like, let's say you're trying to build Trickstars, I wouldn't go and buy packs of Code of the Duelist to do so. I would order them off of the internet or go to a card shop and see if they have any of the singles in stock. I would never just go buy a whole couple boxes of Code of the Duelist, because you know you're never gonna get the card you want out of that. Although sometimes you can break this rule sometimes. And like, for example, I'm building Cosmos right now. So today I was going down to my local card shop to get some a deck box and some card sleeves. And I was looking up the different cards I was going to get for my Cosmo deck. And a lot of the Cosmos have been reprinted in the set Premium Gold, Infinite Gold, as well as some of the other cards I needed for the deck. So I decided, well, you know what, why not just test my luck out? Because I had a little extra money, my birthday was recently happened. So I decided, you know, I'll just get a couple boxes of, not like display boxes, but like you know, the little 3 packs, 5 cards per pack thing. So I got 3 of those, and unfortunately I only pulled 4 of the cards I needed. But sets like that, sets like Premium Gold, Infinite Gold, are really good because they have a lot of decent to good reprints in them, and some new cards too. Like, I would recommend that set if you're getting Burning Abyss, or if you're trying to build Burning Abyss, or if you're looking for like good generic extra deck Xyz monsters. It's great. I got like a Constellar Anomaly M7. I got 2 Gaga Cowboys, so that's good for the rank 4 toolbox. But anyway, so my general rule is, if you're building your deck, after you've tested it and you know what cards you're going to get, buy singles off of the internet or from your local card shop. But if you can find a set, such as how I did with Premium Gold, Infinite Gold, that has the cards you need, and also has some great cards that have good resale value, get that if you want to try your luck out. But for sure rule, buy singles off of the internet. The next thing I wanted to talk about was the importance, kind of ties in with the first one, the importance of things like WIGO Pro, Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, whether it's 1 or 2, whatever you're using, or that Dev Pro or whatever it is. Things like that are really important for several reasons here. First of all, they're free, and you don't have to buy cards on them, which is great. If you do use something like WIGO Pro, not the WIGO 2 Pro, not the WIGO Pro 2, the one that came out recently with links. I'm talking about the original I would highly recommend donating to them because they put a lot of hard work in on that one. I don't know if there's a donate feature on Wagro Pro 2. I'll have to check that out. But the importance of that is it helps with testing out decks against whether it be competitive or fun or whatever you got. You don't have to buy the cards actually, which is very, very convenient. I know if I ever want to like actually buy a deck or buy the cards for a deck and build it in the physical world, I am always happy to test it out on things like Wagro Pro. It's a great tool to use. I really hope something along the lines of Wagro Pro continues to be in existence for as long as Yu-Gi-Oh is popular. Because we all know that the prices of the good cards and the cards that just came out are always going to be high. And even cards that have been around a while, such as, like I said, Raigeki or things like that, are always going to be high as well because they're sought after. But anyway, so that's the importance of that. That was kind of short, but it's important to test out what you want to build. And it's great that you can test them out on programs like that because you don't have to physically have the cards, you don't have to buy them. So that's great. I really like those things. The last thing I want to bring up is a new idea I sort of had. And basically, it is like, Konami will never do this, but I'm sure we've all sort of fantasized a little bit about having a staple set, basically a giant set where Konami releases a bunch of cards that are either really expensive or are very generic cards that everybody can use. So examples would be like Solemn Strike or Pot of Desires or any of the Mirror Force cards, the good Mirror Force cards like Quaking and Storming and Blazing, those three, and like just reprints of the Ash Blossom, Joy Spring, Ghost Ogre, and Ghost Reaper. That would be great. And the idea I had for that, I actually had a template I made up here, and it was basically about like it'd be like a 100 card set. And basically everything would either be super rare or ultra rare. You get 5 cards per pack, 4 supers, 1 ultra. And there'd be like 10 to 15 different ultras. And it would never happen. But I would really hope like to have the sought after cards, like the Ash Blossom, Joy Spring, what are some of the other ones? The like Maxi, Raigeki, Cosmic Cyclone, Twin Twisters, things like that. It would be great to see those like just be ultra rares or super rares, so that means you could have a higher chance of getting them. I think that'd be a cool idea. It's never going to happen, but you know, you can always dream, right? That's what I always say anyway. So that's it for the first video. Just remember the things that I said about making sure you test out your deck using the programs such as Wagro Pro, DepPro, things like that. And whenever you do go to build your deck in real life, always buy singles. Unless you have plenty of money to throw around, then by all means do whatever you want with that. But I would recommend for those like me who don't have a lot of money to build decks to just buy singles and buy them at the cheapest price you can. The prices aren't always going to be as cheap as you want, like I said, but you just got to search out there, and I'm sure over time, if you work hard, you earn money, and you're really into Yu-Gi-Oh, you'll eventually find enough money to build the deck you want. So best of luck to you. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.